Alright, good morning everyone. My name is Mr. Gus. If it's kind of hard to remember, you can remember it as Gus Bus. But other than those two, yeah, that's it. I don't know. But yeah, so today, I'm sure Sarah told you, but we're going to be working on running. We're not going to be going onto the track or anything like that though. I'm going to try to avoid any type of that kind of running. We're going to be doing different kinds of running today just to get different activities, so that way you're not always thinking of running as, oh, I don't want to go run 5 miles. Like, there's different ways to run. So the first thing I'm going to address though is safety, just because it's been raining recently. So obviously the grass is still wet. So just make sure to, when you run on the grass, just try not to turn your body quick or you're going to slip. Just try to run in straight lines if you could. If you're going to turn, just try to slow down. Just keep it safe. So the first thing we're going to do, just because everybody's cold, is we're going to do a warm-up. So who likes playing tag? Alright, that's horrible. Well, we're going to play tag, so here's how it's going to work. Alright, here's how the tag's going to work. It's going to be zombie tags, so once you're tagged, you're also it, okay? And how you're going to identify if you're it, I want you just to raise your hand while you're running if you're it, okay? It's going to feel weird, but at least you'll be noticeable. And to make it harder, you're only going to be able to move around in this small space right here. So from the fence to the cone, that's your only space, okay? Yeah. Everybody listening? Hey, Isaac. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to choose somebody to be it. Everybody else is going to try to run around. Once you're tagged, you're also it, okay? I will play it like that. 1, 2, 3, nose goes. Alright, so you're going to be the one that's it, okay? Alright, can everybody get into this space? That's long. Yep. Alright, remember, you cannot leave the cone space. You cannot go through that gate, alright? When you tag somebody, do not push them. Just simply light touch, okay?
Cone's all over here.
What's over here though?
Different activity.
Oh.
Is everybody ready? You good? Set. Go. When you're in, run with your hand up.
I haven't moved.
He goes for the crowd. I don't know
Oh, you're not.
I know I'm not.
Raise your hand if you're not in.
That was the first one.
All right, is that everyone?
I already got that!
All right, everybody come back in, come back in. All right, everybody focus, focus, focus. I'm going to be asking a few questions just to see where you guys are at in terms of cognitive development or like how you think. Well, first off, okay, so I was originally going to have you guys, I was going to have you all do visual learning. but it just so happens I'm gonna challenge you today because my marker doesn't work. So we're gonna be learning through auditory learning, okay? So I'm gonna try to explain it the best I can. So first question, we're gonna be doing running. So in terms of the lower portion of the body, what muscles are being used in running? Hamstrings, what else? Glutes, what else? Calves. There are two muscles in the calves. Do you know what they are by any chance? Alright, what's this back muscle called right here? Hamstrings. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about 4 muscles today. The first one is the quadriceps, which are the front ones, the ones that people tend to show off, like when they do squats or something. That's the one that pops out the most. So, yeah. So for that muscle, does anybody know what it's used for? What was it? No. Okay, so for the quadriceps, it's used to raise your leg. So like when you're doing a machine for your quads, all you're doing is extending the knee upwards, okay? The hamstrings do the reverse. So when you're doing a hamstring workout, you're pulling it back. So what the hamstrings do is they pull your leg back. And then for calves, there are 2 muscles. It's the soleus and the gastrocnemius. What those do is they just propel your body upwards, okay? So when you put it all together, your hamstring goes forward, or your quadriceps go forward, your hamstring goes back, and then your calves push up, okay? And so the first thing we're gonna be doing today, well, I'll ask 2 more questions just to really challenge you guys. These ones should be easier. In terms of muscles, does anybody know what muscular endurance is? What was it? Exactly. It's how much your muscles can take. So muscular endurance is over a long period of time. Opposite to that, can anybody tell me what muscular strength is? There you go. It's how strong they are, how much force you could develop in a short period of time. So like if you're, say for instance, you're a distance runner, is that muscular strength or muscular endurance? Endurance. And if you're a sprinter? Strength. Okay, so today we're gonna be working on muscular strength. So I'm not gonna make you run hundreds of miles, I'm just gonna have you do short periods of runs. The first one we're gonna do is a class relay. Yeah. So what everybody's gonna do is they're all gonna line up along this cone, and then it's gonna go from left to right. One person's gonna run to the other side. Once they touch the fence, then the next person goes. And then everybody just waits at the fence. But think about it like this, is it weird if you're just running and everybody's watching you? It's like awkward silence, right? Everybody can hear you breathing. Yeah. So to avoid that, but also to help everyone out, I want everybody to be cheering as each person does this. So that way they can't hear you breathe or anything like that. Can I hear your best cheering voice? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. All right, can everybody line up side by side? Everyone. So just make a straight line straight down.
So you're the first one. I get it. I need a 5 minutes. Why am I at the end? My lack of arm. She's straight.
All right. So we're going to begin with the first person. What are we doing while they're running? All right. It's too late for that. Think about it like this. It'll be the first one done. All right. Everybody ready?
Can you be the first one?
Is he this one? All right. He's been nominated for the first one.
I can't. Oh my god,
How's it going? You're going to be right here, all right? You're going to start us off. All you're going to be doing is just running to that fence and that's it. All right, everybody ready? First person, ready, set, go. Next person. You're good, yeah, just go. Once you touch the fence, the next person goes. Next person. Next person. All right. How did you guys feel during that? Did the cheering help at all? No?
It made it more awkward.
Prevent the awkward.
Everyone. If we threw a party, it might not sound.
We'll try something different next time, all right?
Those poppy things.
I have a few ideas. We'll figure it out. All right, so we're going to be doing some stretching just because I don't want anyone getting hurt. Who here, okay, without pointing anybody else out, who here thinks they have the loudest voice? All right, you two come up here. All right, one round, rock, paper, scissors. You're going to go on scissors. So rock, paper, scissors.
No, I said
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Right.
Why'd you go like this?
What did you get from saying me?
This student's going to be assisting me with stretching, alright? So, can everybody circle around? Circle around Francisco!
That's what you get for calling me out.
Who's here has taken geometry?
I look up his eyes.
Alright, is this a circle then? Is this a circle?
Yes!
More like a parabola.
This is a perfect circle. I don't know what a circle is.
Alright, so
What did you get for calling me out?
because we're doing running, we're going to be focusing on the bottom portion of our legs when it comes to stretching. So the first stretch we're going to do is the flamingo. Does anybody? Boom. Okay, so you're going to start with your right leg first, and we're going to count to 25. You're going to be starting.
You got no balance, I think. No
1, 2, 3.
Everybody count along.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah. All right. Remember, it's going to be for 25 seconds, okay? All right. I'm going to implement a new rule. If you sound like you're not making numbers, like you're making chatter or anything else, I'm going to switch you to somebody else in the line, all right? Or in the circle. With the other leg now, 25 seconds. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25.
Alright, the other one we're going to be doing is a knee hug. So all you're going to do is you're going to put your knee up and just pull it to your chest, or as high as you could pull it without hurting yourself or losing balance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Other leg!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Alright, the next stretch is you're going to put one leg over the other, and then you're just going to try and touch your feet, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll get better every day.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Alright, guess what?
Other leg.
It's the other leg now. Alright, starting from 1. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Alright, everybody come over to this area.
Every day is a volleyball, so the only thing we do is constant squats and jumping. I do.
Alright. What does this look like to anybody? That is exactly what it is. It's circles and arrows. Are they pretty circles? Yeah. Beautiful. That's all I had. Thank you. Alright, so what these mean are they're representing cones. So there's going to be 2 teams. So say for instance I cut the class in half like this. Let's try that one. Don't worry, you won't be in that group. Okay, say for instance I cut 2 teams like this, right? Your team's going to divide further into 2 other groups. So if this is one team, half of them are going to go to this cone. The other half are going to go to the cone directly opposite. What you're going to be doing is the cone at the top is going to have a baton. They're going to run to the right while the other person runs to the right. You throw the baton as a handoff to the other person, and then you just go to the end of the next line, okay? You're not going to get hit with the baton. Normally when I do this activity, I use water balloons. But then again, yeah, I figured. So we still have water. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's too cold for that, obviously. So these are going to be the batons. But the thing about this, how does that feel? It kind of hurts. Like, yeah, exactly.
Still gonna hurt.
So, I'm going to be allowing you to do somewhat of a self-discovery or guided discovery. So I'm going to allow you all to figure out which way is the most efficient way of passing it from one side to the other, but I do have rules. Can I see it? So this isn't rubber, this is plastic. So I don't want to see anybody just tomahawk it or anything like that, okay? So if you're going to throw it overhand, if you decide that that's the best course of action, I don't want to see anybody just chuck it at somebody else. Because obviously safety is always first. If you're going to underhand it, I don't want to see any softball pitching where you just throw it like 80 miles an hour. Alright? Does everybody understand that? How accurate do you think your kicks are going to be with a rubber chicken? It's not even rubber. But anyways, okay, so does everybody understand how the relay is going to work? Does anyone have any questions on it? Alright, so if I ask you, how does the relay work? I'll allow you to use my creative diagram of arrows and circles.
Take the class into two, and then one half of the half goes to one side, and the other half of the half goes to the other side. And then they start cycling.
That is exactly how it is. I couldn't have put it into any better words than that. Good job, thank you for that. Alright, so remember, I'll allow you to discover which way is the best or most efficient way of passing it. But you also still, I can't emphasize enough, don't just throw it hard to the other person. Because safety is always number one. Also, just to make it interesting, I'm going to implement a rule first and then we'll see how it goes. If you pass it and the other person drops it or they just don't catch it, you both have to go back and then redo it. Yeah, so I don't want people just going, oh, there you go. Because then you're going to end up running even more. So remember, we're going for accuracy, we're going for safety, and there's one other concept that I haven't talked to you about. But during this, I told you I will be teaching you running form, so I'll go over that just really quickly. Does anybody know the proper way to run in terms of landing on your foot? That's actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. So when you run, should you go like this? Why shouldn't you go like that? Yeah, you can just take it.
It stops. It's like the break.
It's like this. But yeah. So yeah, when you do this, all your momentum shifts back straight up your leg, which is obviously going to cause, it could even cause like hairline fractures in your bones over a long period of time. Which it just cracks in your bones and whatnot. But yeah, it's not good for your body. What you want to do is you want to land on the balls of your feet because your knee's already bent, so it's absorbing the impact and it's repelling it yet again once you use your gastrocnemius and your soleus to push up, okay? So while you do this activity, there's three things that I want to keep reinforcing. One, safety above all else. Two, try to think of the most efficient way of passing without dropping it. And three, when you're running, try to land on the balls of your feet. It's going to feel awkward if you're not used to it, but just keep trying it out. It'll get better as time goes on. Okay? Any questions? Three components, one more time. Two more.
Accuracy.
Accuracy, one more.
And then
Oh, you're so smart.
Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so when I divide the class, it's gonna be in groups of, it's gonna be 2 teams of 15. Because that's an odd number, one person's gonna be going again, okay? So it's gonna be 8 and 7. So one more person's just gonna have to do one more run, okay? All right, I'll allow, just for this time, for you guys to choose, or for everyone to choose their groups. You have 5 seconds to divide yourselves into just 2 sides. 5, 4, 3, that. You guys are doing stuff. All right, so this is gonna be team 1. Everybody paying attention? Everybody paying attention? Can I get 3 more people on this side? I got you. Okay. All right, everybody paying attention. All right, everybody, look over here, look over here. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing I did in self-defense. Everybody's seen SpongeBob, so I'm gonna say, are you ready? You say aye aye, Captain, okay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, indeed. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Aye aye, Captain. Okay. This is gonna be team 1, this is gonna be team 2. So team 1 is gonna be on this left side, team 2 is gonna be over there, okay? Alright, everybody go to your respective codes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna have 7 people on. Figure that one out. Alright, you're gonna have 7 people right here. And then 7 people directly on the other side. Or 8 people on the other side. What other side? We're sorry, we're so good. 7 right there, 8 over there. We just need 2 people on this side. Which color do you guys want?
Let's be different. Let's get the orange.
All right, is everyone ready? All right, everybody focus. When I say go, the first person with the chicken is going to run to their right.
Bye-bye, Trenton.
Line up. All right, line up. Okay, so the first person on both sides are going to run to their right. So you're going to be ending up coming over here, you're going to be ending up going over there. You're going to throw the chicken safely to the other person. They're going to catch it, and you're going to go to the other side, okay? For this one, I will allow the chicken to fall, but don't try to avoid allowing it to fall, okay? Is everyone ready? When I say go, you're gonna begin. Ready, set, go! You're good.
Get at him. Oh, I couldn't.
Once you're done, take a seat.
I don't think we understand what's happening. No!
You have to go back. Come on.
Once you're done, take a seat. Now you're good. Once you're done, take a seat. Or take a squat.
Is somebody else's foot pumping?
Alright, is everybody gone?
No.
Who hasn't gone yet?
Not a second time.
What? I haven't gone.
Go, do it. You were so bad. That was such a clean throw. You were like,
It's like it hits you and your head shatters.
That was an amazing throw. Not the other one. Not the other one. That was a happy.
Has everybody gone on this side? That's it, that's it. Okay, this is gonna be the last person, alright? You okay?
Oh yeah.
make the dead chicken.
Okay, could everybody come in? Could everybody come in? Alright, remember what groups you're in. We're going to do this one more time, but remember what groups you're in. Okay, everybody focus. Alright, modify it to go this way. Okay. What were the 3 rules? Okay. Because I spread it out so far, and there's a draft, the accuracy is bad. Which isn't your fault. Well, it's more the wind. Okay, so there's the other 2 rules still apply. I heard an ow. Why do you think that happens?
Because it hurts. It's hard.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Thumb is numb now.
Here's what we're gonna do.
It's numb.
The person with the plastic chicken, come to the front.
Oh, Maya. Yes, Maya. My thumb is numb.
See that cone right there? I want you to try to knock that cone down. One shot.
Chicken?
One shot.
Get closer.
Alright. Other than I wanted to see what it looked like to throw a plastic chicken, I did that because that's what I saw a lot of during this. I saw a lot of people tomahawking it. And then I heard a lot of owls following that. When you throw it like that, what do you think happens?
Ow. I said no.
Ow.
Okay, so are we being accurate or are we I can't throw it to that cone unless
I use that? Everybody focus.
there's like two of me.
Okay, I use that as an example of how I saw a lot of throws, which aren't safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone a way of throwing. I want you to throw it underhand, upwards, okay?
Can I have that chicken?
And just so nobody else is hurt, we're gonna do one class relay, and we're gonna use this one. And just for the sake of fun, before you throw it, you have to squeeze it. And then launch it in the air, just so everybody knows it's coming. Okay? Alright, is everybody ready? One class relay, so that way nobody else is hurt, okay? So we're gonna have 15 people on one corner, 15 people on the other, okay? So team 1 is gonna go to the other side, team 2 is gonna be right here. Even though you're all one circle. Alright, everybody listen up! Listen up! We're still gonna have the 3 rules! 3 rules! What are the 3 rules?
Oh wait, yeah, safety.
Okay.
And then the balls in your feet.
Got all 3, good job. So, underhand throw, not like that, but upwards. You still have to squeeze it. Alright, underhand throw. So that way you know it's coming. This is softer, so it's safer. And what's the purpose of this activity?
Muscular strength.
Muscular strength. Since you're doing explosive movement, you're going to be practicing your running form, okay? Ready? If you have the orange chicken, throw it that way. Drop the orange chicken.
Stop throwing like that.
Almost. Balls of your feet, balls of your feet. While you're waiting, I want you to encourage them. While you're waiting, I want you to encourage them, alright? I want you to encourage them. Alright, let's go!
Yeah, you got it. Great, yeah, Jay wins. Yeah, with a catch line. That was James Taylor. Apologize. Yes, sir. Let's go.
They shouldn't be running on the balls of your feet.
Yeah.
Who here has already done it? Oh, what a catch!
Hi, Fernando!
Keep killing them on!
Yeah, Fernando.
Yeah, you're good.
Come here.
Okay, finish.
When I throw it like this,
Yeah, Tyler.
Safety first.
Yeah. I like that.
Safety first.
Yeah. Yeah, Adrian. Great. I like that. Good job, bro. I like that. Good job.
All right, everybody, bring it in, bring it in.
no, I haven't caught it. I didn't catch it.
Too late.
My face.
Bring it in, bring it in.
I must have caught it. Catch it. Yeah.
We gotta do this. All right, how did that feel?
Awesome. I don't know. It's cold. I don't know.
All right, how did the cold affect you?
I can't feel my fingers.
Numbs our hands.
Was it soft?
I like it.
All right, everybody, listen up, listen up, listen up. I saw some better throws. A lot of them were, well, you could try out for a softball team. You had good arms, but that wasn't what we were practicing. The other skill that I wanted to see was landing on the balls of your feet. I did see some of it, but I saw a lot of people still not do it yet. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the same activity we did before. So not this one, but the first one. That was the warm up.
What's an activity? Relay.
We're gonna do the relay. So we're gonna line up. We're gonna run across.
Can I run with the chickens?
Here's how we'll do it. Here's how we'll do it. The chicken's gonna be a baton. So I'll allow you to run with the chicken, but if you're running with the chicken, that means you have to go from one side to the other and back, and then hand it off. All right?
It's ripped on the head!
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. So we'll do it like this. We'll have two teams just so it can go a little bit faster. So that way people aren't waiting in the cold. You can be moving around. This side's gonna have an orange chicken. This side's gonna have the rubber chicken. Okay?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
All right.
Why is it so
Focus. 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 All right. Is it cold outside? No. Does it help that you're standing while I'm talking? No. I'm gonna have you guys run. I'm gonna have everyone run, so that way you're not gonna be as cold.
Yeah.
So can everybody right here just to the right? Everyone right here. Line up in the straight line right here.
Let's just go in the back.
As I've been throwing the chicken, I've been yelling Jesus to beat us, so I think it's
Alright, everybody pay attention. All right, so you're gonna be running from one spot. The first person is gonna run with the chicken, touch the fence, come back, hand it off. Now with this side, how hard is this chicken?
Very hard.
So what I want you to do right before you hand it off, just put it down. I don't want to see anybody whacking anybody else when they're handing it off. Just to make the playing field even, same thing for this side. Before you hand it off, just place it down, and then the next person's going to pick it up and run with it, okay? You're going to run, touch the fence, come back, go to the end of the line, and then you're going to cheer on your teammates the entire time, okay? Now, in terms of cheering,
I am in pain. It's cold.
that's why we're going to get started right now. In terms of cheering, I want everybody to be constructive. So, just, it's going to sound weird, but just be like, oh, raise your quadriceps for knee lift or something.
Work those quadriceps.
Alright, is everybody ready? Remember, touch the fence, come back, and then you're good. Ready, set, go!
Yeah!
Work those
Yeah, stretch those hands. Go, Phil. Yeah, bring up those quadriceps.
Yeah.
How's your chest? Stretch him.
Remember, line up the ball with your feet.
Yeah, stretch them.
Stretch him.
Run, Tyler!
When you're running, line up the balls with your feet.
Go Supreme Leader!
Balls with the feet. Oh, keep feet along. Are we winning or losing?
Alexa, he's the guy for me.
Eric, hurry!
Wow.
You're gonna beat us. No. This isn't the last one. This is the last one? No. We're good. We won. We won.
No, that's it. Alright, everybody, form a horseshoe.
Horseshoe. Parabola, here we come.
Form a parabola.
Negative parabola. Form a light bulb.
Alright, what does a parabola look like? Alright, there you go. So did that warm anybody up?
I'm still done.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, I'm gonna use a student as an example just because I saw good running. Actually, I saw a lot of good running. Alright, I'll use you just because you're right. Hey, Isaac! What? Just from right here to right here, run on your heels. So just like. I heard you. That's awkward. That actually. Okay, that's kind of rude to be honest. I'm just kidding. No, but your body is gonna make it feel awkward because you're not supposed to be running like that. It's not efficient. Now, he took about 7 steps to do that. Now run on the balls of your feet just from right there to right there. You see the difference? Well, and just in terms of steps, he took 3 steps instead of the 7. You reduce the amount of steps you take, you also propel yourself forward faster, and it's less energy. Plus, it doesn't feel awkward. So that's just on running form in general, in terms of legs. There are different mechanics to running, such as arms, you know, the whole don't twist your body and whatnot, but we'll go into that in a different time. We'll revisit a few things that I taught you. For instance, what are the muscles associated with running? Just name one.
Quadriceps.
Quadriceps, what do they work?
Thunder thighs.
The thunder thighs. So what motion do they do? Up. All right, now opposite to that, what's the other side? What is the hamstring?
Down.
Down. All right, there's 2 muscles right here. What are they called? Soleus is one.
And that really long one that starts with the G, I think.
Yeah, the other one that's really long that starts with a G. Does anybody know what that is? Boom. It's the gastrocnemius. Focus, focus, focus. That's cold, so I'm trying to get y'all out of here quickly. All right, so there's 4 muscles. What does the soleus and the gastrocnemius do? They both serve the same purpose.
The uppy, up thing.
Yes, the uppy. So what it does is it propels your legs up. It allows for, so the quadriceps allow for forward motion, hamstrings pull back, gastrocnemius and soleus push up, okay? Muscular endurance and muscular strength. Muscular endurance, could anybody tell me what that is?
It's how long you can run. How long you can run.
Okay, could you give me an example of how to train for muscular endurance? Like
Oh, no, that's no.
like an activity. Could anybody tell me an activity that you can do?
Running on a treadmill.
Running on a treadmill, yes. Running on a treadmill will give you that capacity. So what it does is it increases your heart rate, which allows you to go for a longer period of time because you're working your muscles in order to increase muscular endurance. Muscular strength, could anybody tell me an example? It doesn't have to be running, but can anybody tell me an example of muscular strength?
Rope climbing.
All right. So what's an activity for that one?
Rope climbing.
Squats, yes. Which one?
Rope climbing.
Rope climbing? Yeah. One more.
I've never climbed a rope.
Yes. Depending. All right, so for this activity, what were we working on? Were we working on muscular endurance or muscular strength?
Strength.
Muscular strength more than muscular endurance, just because we were working on explosive technique. Muscular strength is associated with hypertrophy of the muscles, which means your muscles get bigger. So for future reference, when you're outside, when you want to go to a gym, when you're doing that activity, when you're playing this relay that I created, right? You could think that. Do I want to work muscular strength or muscular endurance? It all depends on what the specific target is. So if you want to be like a distance runner, yes, muscular endurance would be good. If you want to be a bodybuilder, you don't want to do muscular endurance because you're going to end up with these kind of legs. If you're doing muscular endurance and you want to be a bodybuilder, you're not going to have big legs. So like, look at me for instance. I run a lot of miles. So are my legs big? Yes. Thank you. No, they're not big because I run distance. I work a lot of muscular endurance. I called up my friend the other day. I don't know if you know him, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We work out upper body a lot together and whatnot, as you can tell. Yeah, that's all you do. So for that guy, he works a lot of muscular strength. Can anybody think about how big his legs are? Exactly. They're tree trunks for legs because he works muscular strength. So next time you go to a gym or you want to work out, you do an activity in PE, just try to think about that. Is it muscular strength or muscular endurance? Is it short? Is it long? How much power is involved? And then that can tell you how your body's going to develop associated with that, okay? Anyways, that's all I got for you. Thank you all. Remember, land on the balls of your feet. Most important thing. Now, you guys have a great day. Wait. Actually, one more thing. It's 9:10. So everybody on the count of 3, you say 9:10.
9:10.
1, 2, 3. 9:10. All right, everybody have a great day.